Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone. My name is Kathy. We have been following a case concerning Britney Spears. Ms. Spears is an internationally known performer, pop star, singer who originally rose to fame in the 1990s as a child star. We learned back in March of this year that Ms. Spears was arrested by the California Highway Patrol. She was detained in the county jail in Ventura, California, with respect to a traffic-related issue. However, there was never a statute that was identified within her records from the jail. There was notification that a criminal traffic case had been opened up in the Superior Court of California, County of Ventura, and we were able to confirm that fact, confirm the case number. However, even there, within the court records, there was no indication of any law, any statute that had been specifically violated, allegedly. We only knew from the court records that there was a proceeding that was scheduled to occur May 4th, which is this coming Monday. And in checking the records periodically, there was nothing that was updated on that court file, and that is until yesterday, April 30th, when the misdemeanor complaint was filed. This document is a public record. It appears at our community page of our YouTube channel, and there's a link in the description to this podcast episode that will bring you to that YouTube channel. The document reads Superior Court of California, County of Ventura, and then there is a case number, misdemeanor complaint. The people of the state of California versus Britney Spears. And it reads as follows. The undersigned is informed and believes that count 1, on or about March 4th, 2026, in the above-named judicial district, the crime of driving under the influence of any alcohol and drug in violation of Vehicle Code 23152 subsection G, a misdemeanor, was committed by Britney Spears, who did unlawfully while under the combined influence drive a vehicle. And then in bold lettering appears the following. I declare under penalty of perjury that the foregoing is true and correct, and that this complaint consists of 1 count, executed in Ventura, California on April 30th, 2026. And then this is signed by Clayton Reagan, the declarant and complainant, and this is the assistant district attorney in this matter. So at this point, with this misdemeanor complaint, it is always imperative to state that under our judicial process and system, that any person who has been charged with a crime, whether it is a misdemeanor or a felony, is considered not guilty under the eyes of the law. It is the burden of proof of the government to prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt in a court of law, or alternatively, for the defendant to plead guilty before this matter is definitively decided. At this point, she is cloaked with the presumption of innocence, as any defendant would be. Monday is Ms. Spears' arraignment, and at that time, it is anticipated that a plea of not guilty or guilty will be entered, depending on what that future plea is or may be. If it is not guilty, then one would imagine that the matter would proceed to trial. If it is guilty, then alternatively, it would proceed toward sentencing. We will continue to keep you posted as further developments arise in state of California versus Spears. Until next time, this is Kathy. Thank you for joining us here today.